I have started watching some different romance animes recently, yet there's one overwhelming thing that has distracted me in them. Let's talk about it. Alright, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all are doing okay. Back with our weekly romance anime video. Get the elephant out of the room. I know the background looks how it looks, right? And this might look kind of weird or not as great, but I don't know. I just felt this type of vibe today, so that's what we're going with. So if you look at my channel description is named Romance Anime Yapper. And that is really going to be proven today. It's the pinnacle of it because I'm going to be yapping a lot in this video. This video is going to be different because it's not going to be technically a romance anime review like we usually do. It's going to be talking about certain romance animes and one certain, I guess, trope or thing that I want to talk about. Before I get fully into it, I want to say I thank you guys for the love on the videos and the shorts recently. I really do appreciate it. Shorts have been going off. People have been clicking on the videos. You know, it's crazy. People want to hear me just literally yap and talk about romance anime. I really appreciate it a whole lot, and we're going to continue to do one weekly video upload. Shorts will be coming out. I think more are going to be coming out soon. You know, I have more ideas and different things for different type of shorts, so that should be on the lookout soon. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys for continuing to show love on the channel, and you know, keep doing it. I'd really love it a whole lot. Yeah, let's really get into this video. So like I said earlier, this video is gonna be different from a lot of the other ones. This isn't a romance anime review, really. It's more just about me talking about something that I've seen in the different romance animes I've started recently. So there are two shows that I've started watching this week to prepare maybe for a, you know, full-on video. And I was watching these two shows, and there's one thing that really stuck out to me that was just like kind of, you know, I couldn't not think of it while watching these shows, and I guess I just wanted to talk about it here. So the first show I watched is a show called Cultural Exchange with a Game Center Girl. That's the first one I watched. I saw the thumbnail of it. It looked weird and interesting, so I was like, all right, I'll just do it. And I started watching it. I'll give a little bit of a synopsis of how it starts. So basically, there's this girl, English girl, that just moved over to Japan not too long ago, named Lily Baker. She doesn't really speak a whole lot of Japanese. She speaks English, which also, I don't know, it's something weird about shows when you're expecting Japanese and then you hear English that really messes with you for whatever reason. But she's really struggling to kind of make friends and really adjust to this new life. So she goes to a game center, an arcade, and she's trying to play the crane game with a certain toy, and she can't do it. And one of the guys that's an employee there, Renji, goes over eventually and helps, wins it for her, gives it to her. But again, the language barrier of him speaking Japanese, her speaking English, and it was around Valentine's Day. So he gives it to her, and it's more like, hey, happy Valentine's Day, here's a gift. You know, and that really flusters Lily. So she keeps going back there, and eventually her and Renji start to have a budding friendship, you know, where he's helping her in a lot of different ways. And I was like, all right, episode 1 was very cool. And I was like, okay, I'm very interested to see how this, you know, relationship is going to grow outside of maybe this work, because every scene is basically her at the game center with Renji. And I didn't know anything about the show going into it. I try to go into shows and romances with as little information as possible. I want to be surprised. I don't want to know anything. I want to go into it completely blind. I just like it better that way, you know? So watching this show, I was kind of like, dang, this girl looks young. She looks like a little girl, but we know animes do that sometimes where they youngify. I don't think that's a word, but youngify the girl for whatever reason. I don't know why. And so I thought, okay, maybe they're going to see each other at school. I thought he was like maybe a little freshman high schooler, or she was just getting into the, you know, just moved in, new kid. I don't know how they gonna, you know, do this. Eventually we learn that Lily is a middle schooler. And immediately all sirens in my head turned on. I was like, wait. Because nowhere they're going to explain to me that this guy's a middle schooler because he's working a job right now. I don't think you can do that when you're that age. So I was like, okay, weird. Hold on. I don't like this. A little bit later, we find out this guy is not a high schooler. He's a college kid.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is a damn near grown-ass man. I think he's like 18, 19. While she is 13 years old. And it's like, they put it as a romance genre. And there is romance, because eventually the goal of this show, for Lily at least, is Lily eventually wants Renji to actually confess his love to her, because he did that accidentally, not knowing that he did, you know. and now Lily's kind of trying to do things to help her and Renji get together. And again, the age gap, very, very problematic. Very, very, very problematic. And once I learned that and put all those pieces together, watching this show is just so different now compared from episode 1 to 2, 3, 4 to everything else. Now it's like, you know, like, I don't know about this, you know? The thing about this show is, I feel like the intent and a lot of the scenes are wholesome. But when you throw the trinkle of romance like it does sometimes onto this show, that's when it really is like, okay, dip my toe out of the water. I don't want to be here anymore, you know? And the thing is, Renji isn't involved in the romance in terms of like, he doesn't see her that way, obviously. He thinks this is just a little girl that just needs help and, you know, wants to make friends, you know? From that side, yeah, you know, nothing weird actually happens between them. But it's kind of like the insinuations from some of the other characters around this show, some of the scenes in this show that really make it kind of weird. You know what I mean? I honestly believe in this show that if you take out the romance, take out all romance, take out romance from this show, take out the genre, take out all the romantic scenes, this is a very wholesome show. Like, it's about this little girl that's now in a new environment, struggling to, you know, find friends and do stuff, and this person is coming in and trying to change her life and trying to help her get more comfortable to the, you know, the city, and even his little sister is now friends with her. Like, it's really wholesome, you know? That's sweet, you know? It's when you add the romance in it that's like, no, red alarm, no, don't do it, absolutely not. I have not finished watching this show. I had become less inclined to want to watch this show because of that. But I mean, I've gone back to it, and honestly, eventually I'm going to finish it. I think I'm on episode 5, 6, I don't know. I'm probably gonna finish it, but I'm at a point now where now the girl's dad is here, and he's like an overprotected dad, and now he's trying to like insinuate, like, hey, don't touch my daughter. Like, why do you like her, or all that stuff? And it makes the show a lot more weirder, and it dang near makes it kind of unwatchable for me with the dad, and hopefully he's not a recurring character. But overall, I mean, again, I think this show is wholesome. It's just, it should not be a romance. It should not be a romance at all. There should be no romance involved. And I also understand from the standpoint of younger girl, you know, like, I understand that part of it, where it's like, sometimes you see the younger girl, like middle school girl, have a crush on a high school guy. Obviously more of just like, oh, like that type of, you know, innocence in love and stuff like that. I hope you guys are understand what I'm trying to say, because I'm trying to speak it out, but it's not coming out right. I don't know. I'm kind of bad at explaining things sometimes. But you know what I mean? Like, in TV shows where it's like the little sister has a crush on her friend's big brother, you know, like that type of stuff. Where it's like innocence, wholesome, innocence, sweet, you know, it's never ever gonna happen, and the brother doesn't have anything to do with it really. But it's just that type of stuff, you know? And I understand that part of it. But I don't know, I feel like this show is just so different from that, where it's like they're just close enough where it's not like that, and they also met first before the other sister came, and it's just the way things are being insinuated around this show. That's what really makes it kind of weird. You know what I mean? Again, I'm probably gonna end up finishing it at some point, but it's just like, I might make a short about it, I don't know. But like, again, I'm less inclined to watch it with the gap. So then I was like, okay, is there another show? Because I wanted to watch some sort of romance. You know what I mean? That's what I live for with these animes. So I looked on the different, you know, shows that came out last season I didn't watch and see something, and there's a show called Private Tutor to the Duke's Daughter. And I was like, okay, that actually sounds kind of cool. You know, the thumbnail looks kind of cool. Again, knew nothing about it. I was like, okay, let me go into it. Let's see what happens. Little synopsis real quick. So there's this guy, Alan, who's like, does things with magic, and he fails like a test to really get into like a certain academy or get to a certain level. And he's so poor, he can't go back. He can't afford a train to go back home to his family. And so the director of the school, where they become close, says, okay, here, I got a job for you. The Duke, you know, his daughter wants to get into this academy. You're smart. Go tutor her. He'll pay you, all that stuff. So I was like, okay, I get a job. All right, cool. So he goes over and eventually becomes like the tutor Tutor to the Duke's Daughter. Like, literally, that's the title of the show. And I started watching it, and I was like, okay, it looks nice. The story could be good, maybe. I don't really know. And then you get to episode 1, episode 2, and you find out that these girls are young, and this guy is like, I don't know. I honestly don't know what their age is, like exactly, but it's weird. It's weird. It's super weird. And even in episode 1, one of the people, I think he's like one of the butlers or something off this mansion, said like, "Oh, I heard from the director that you have a power to really like." I don't remember what the exact line was, but it was like you have a way with younger women, and it was like, ugh, I don't know if that's not a power you want, man. I don't know. You could clearly tell not only the dude's daughter, Ellie, no, Tina. There's also another girl named Ellie who is like the butler's daughter that's like a maid and they're friends, and she also wants to learn magic. So he tutors both of them. You could tell they're both like, the way they come off, they're probably about 12, 13-ish, you want to say. And this guy is probably at least 16, 17. And it's not just that. It's that the show, like immediately, like their first meeting of these characters, all of a sudden it's like the girl has a crush on the guy. And it's super like nothing has happened. You know, they haven't done anything, and all of a sudden, like, they both, like, want Alan in a way. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know about this, man. And actually, before I recorded this video, I went to look up, because I only watched, like, 2 or 3 episodes of the show. I honestly was not really interested in it. Like, it kind of really fell off boring, and, like, I didn't really care about it. So I went to see other reviews, and a lot of people had the same thing, where basically it was just, like, a nothing burger of a show a little bit, where it's literally just the MC with a bunch of girls wanting him and all that stuff, and I didn't really miss out on anything. I'm probably not gonna go back and watch it, but it's just like, dang, like the last 2 shows I've tried to watch, both of them have had a similar problem where it's the age gap thing, and it just comes off super weird, you know. Like, I immediately get disinterested in watching this show because of that. And for some reason in anime, that's like a normal thing. I say normal because you don't see it happen a lot, but you see it happen once in a while, and it's just like, ugh. You know, it's like, I know, I don't even feel right watching this, you know, because I don't want to support this. I don't want this to be a thing. You know, it's super, super weird, you know, and it's really more of just these certain people that write this show, you know, kind of, you know, trying to live fantasies and stuff, and it gets into weird territory, and it's like, I don't know about this. But yeah, the private tutor, the Duke's Daughter, I'm sorry, I'm probably not gonna watch it. You know, maybe I'll watch it again some point down the line and try to see if I can find things to like about it, but from what I've read and from the very few I've watched, I don't really care about it, you know. The Game Center show, Game Center, called Cultural Exchange with the Game Center, probably gonna finish it. Am I gonna make a full-on video about it? Probably not. I'll probably just do a short about it if I do finish it, or I do care enough to actually like talk about it. But again, that overwhelming problem of like the gap is just not, you know, it immediately gets me disinterested in this show, because I know this romance can never happen, and if it does happen, then no, we got to take this show off the air, because we should not be doing this. All right, I guess that's all I want to talk about. There's not really like a theme or a point of this video. I just wanted to talk about it because, again, I've tried to watch shows to try to make a video for this week, and those are the 2 shows I kind of got on, and both of them had a very similar problem. So I was like, you know what, I'll just talk about that, I guess, for the video, you know. I also watched another show called With Vengeance before this, and I actually made a short about it on the channel. You can go back and watch that. I actually liked it. You know, I didn't feel like I had enough to like make a full-on entertaining video about it now, but maybe some point down the line, maybe next week, I don't know, maybe some point down the line I'll talk about it, because I actually kind of enjoyed With Vengeance, you know. It was With Vengeance, Broken Saints. I forgot what the full title is of the show, but honestly, I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was, but I actually did enjoy it, and I made a short about it. If you want to know about it, check the channel out. But yeah, I'm gonna be the next couple weeks gonna be trying to figure out some new romance anime. Probably, I think there's 1 or 2 I want to more watch. For, you know, the next day or 2 to maybe you know, for my video next week, or maybe I'll go back to an older romance anime that I really want to talk about, or I haven't seen in a while, maybe, and rewatch it and talk about it next week. I don't know. I think we're halfway through this season that's currently going on right now, and so by the time those animes end, episode 12, that's when we'll get new videos and, you know, new shows we can talk about, because I'm very excited to watch some of these. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for watching the video. Be tuned for more shorts and the video next week. If you do like this video, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it a whole lot. Comment something as well. I guess it helps out the algorithm, so do that, you know, if you support. And if you do like the videos, you know, and the constant stuff of this channel, hit subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it a whole lot if you subscribe to the channel. You know, if you like romance anime, if you like hearing me yap about stuff, whatever, hit subscribe button. Also, go subscribe to my main channel, Everyday Hoops. We talk about basketball over there, literally the exact opposite of what we do over here. You know, we talk about basketball and all that stuff. We've been popping off a little bit over there recently, so, you know, go check it out. If you like basketball, if you know someone that likes basketball, send them to the channel and hit subscribe over there too. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.